Do you find yourself in need of stone? Maybe cobblestone, maybe basalt? Of course you do. That's why you're here. So introducing the 3-in-1 stone generator. That's right, folks. Not only does it make your cobblestone, but it also makes regular stone. So we got our cobblestone. We've got regular stone. And that's not all. We even have basalt. That's right, 3 different stone materials out of one compact build. So that's what we're going to go over today. Let's see what we need. So everything you're going to need is right here in my inventory. You're basically going to need 2 stacks of blocks. Doesn't necessarily have to be smooth stone, just 2 stacks of non-flammable solid blocks. You want it to be non-flammable since we are working with lava. You don't want the thing to catch on fire. And you're actually probably going to need less than that, but we're also going to use some of this for towering up as well. 51 redstone dust, 10 sticky pistons, 7 slabs of any sort. I'm using stone slabs, or smooth stone, so we can count the blocks easier. 6 redstone torches, 5 blue ice, 5 hoppers, 5 hopper mine carts, 5 pistons, 5 soul soil, 5 target blocks, 1 to 5 rails. It'll go faster if you have 5 rails, but you don't necessarily need to have 5. You can just have 1. You do get those back at the end. We've got 4 dispensers, 2 lava buckets, 2 water buckets, 2 chests. You can add more chests if you want more storage, but I think you should probably start off at least 2. 2 pieces of glass, 2 levers, 2 signs. It doesn't necessarily need to be oak, but we're going to use oak here. 2 redstone lamps, 2 redstone repeaters, a stone button, and a trapdoor. It can be any trapdoor. Gonna go with oak here. So once you've gathered all those materials, you're going to want to go ahead and clear out a space that's 7 blocks wide and 8 blocks deep. And it's also going to be 7 tall. So if you're building this into a wall, you want to take that into account. Once you have that space marked out, which we have here with the smooth granite, you're going to want to dig a trench that's 5 blocks long and 1 block deep. And that's going to be 1 block to the right of the center. So this is going to be the front of our build here. So we've got that dug out. Next, we're going to go ahead and get our chests and our hoppers. We're going to start off by putting a double chest at the very front and center. Now, one half of that chest is going to be outside of our little build area, but pretend this is like in a wall or something. And then we're going to stick 5 hoppers right into the back of that chest. Like that. Once we have that in place, we're going to add some blocks here. A couple blocks in the back and 1 over the chest. These are going to be temporary for the most part. Once we have that, go ahead and get our rails. Going to add rails on top of all of these hoppers, like so. Next, grab our hopper mine carts, and we're going to place 1 on each rail over each hopper. And 5. Like that. Next, you're going to want to get your regular pistons. And we're going to build up a couple more temporary blocks on top of this one right here. And that'll allow us to put our pistons. You want those facing down over the hoppers. Just like that. Next, we're going to grab our soul soil. Stick those right underneath each piston. And then we're going to power each of the pistons to push the soul soil into the hopper mine carts. First, though, of course, you're going to want to remove these rails. So we've got these so that all of the hopper mine carts are going to be resting right on top of the hoppers. like that. All right, now we are ready to go ahead and pop in our soul soil. So let's power that. Missed that one. And then once we're done with that, we can go ahead and remove our hoppers, or I'm sorry, our pistons and these temporary blocks like so. We can go ahead and leave this top one in the back though, but everything else is temporary. Grab anything that you may have lost within the hoppers. We can leave the rails in there because we don't need those anymore. And we're good to go. All right, so the next thing we're going to be doing is building out the front here. So let's start off with 3 blocks on each side. Then we're going to go ahead and get our redstone lamp. Pop that on the end here. And go ahead and stick a lever on each one of these sides. Next, we're going to want to add some blocks. Next, we're going to add some blocks on this side right here. And now let's go ahead and start with the stone mode pistons. So we're going to go ahead and need our torches. The torches are going to go in this trench along the wall here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On top of that, we're going to use our regular pistons. Just go ahead and shift click those onto the actual redstone torches. And you're going to see those all activate. And then what we're going to want to do next is run our redstone from this lamp right here, because this is going to be our stone mode side. Add a block there. Let's get our redstone dust. Put our dust all the way down here to the back. And then we're going to want, should take that one out. Put a block right there. On top of that, also dust. Torch on the side. And then we're going to run redstone around the side and next to the pistons we just put in. And if you did everything right, just to see those pistons go back down. Okay. Let's see. And the next thing we want to do is go ahead and add in some blocks on top of this redstone dust right here. Like that. Go ahead and block that off in the back there. Oops. All right. Now back in the front here, let's build this up a little bit more. So we're going to go up 1 and then 2 more on top of that. Not there. There we go. We're going to want a line of sticky pistons right above that redstone lamp. So let's go ahead and put those in. Want that 5 long. Get our target blocks. Those are going to go right above those sticky pistons. And then in front of that, more blocks. Just like that. And then on the back here, what we're going to want to do is build this up a couple more blocks. So 2 more rows there. And let's head on to the back. And what we're going to do now is build our ladder up to the top where we can run the redstone. So we can do this without towering because we'll just kind of follow this right here. So we want 1 top slab right there, 1 top slab right there next to the piston, dust, and then dust, 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 dust. All right. And if everything's working correctly, we should see when we flip this lever, this set of pistons come out and this set of pistons come up. And that's what we got. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that out to allow us to get up here on top a little bit easier. What we're going to want to do now is add a few more blocks right there. So 3 more and then 1 on top of the middle. Let's head on over to this side, and we're going to start our Basalt mode side here to control those pistons. So let's build out blocks all the way to the back. So that should be, I believe, 7 long. We're going to add our Redstone Dust. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On 6, we're going to put a Redstone Repeater. And we want Redstone Dust right there. Also, I neglected to put a Redstone Repeater. There should be one right here as well, lining up with the back of the hoppers. Because otherwise the signal is not going to be long enough to get all the way across. So make sure you don't forget that. And then once we have this over here, we're going to go ahead and kind of do similar to what we did on this side, towering up as well. So we're going to build something like this. It's 1, 2, 1 right there in the center. We're then going to add our dust, hop on this top one, 1 more there, dust, and 1 more there, dust. Perfect. We can hop back down on the inside. Once we're in the inside, we're going to take this very tip-top block here, and we're going to add a row of sticky pistons facing down. There you go. It should be 5 long. That's all the rest of our sticky pistons there. Blue ice is going to go underneath those. Perfect. All right, once we've got that in place, we're going to go ahead and flip that lever off again. Now we're going to come back in here with our dispensers. And we're going to put dispensers facing down against this blue ice. So we're going to have 1 in the very back. We're going to have a space of 2 blocks. 1 in the second space, and then block in the front. Should look like that. Alright, now don't fill the dispensers yet, because we don't want to accidentally pour lava on our face. On the second side, which is going to be the water side, we're going to do something similar, but instead of the dispensers facing down, they're going to face out towards this side over here. So let's start off by not putting one right there. Putting one right there. And then I believe that our hoppers ate that. Thank you. Adding our next dispenser second from the front, and then blocks all across, and then add another layer of blocks underneath all of that, just like that. Next, we're going to want to build up this back side here, so shift click onto the redstone dust we got right there, and then we're going to want to not fall off of everything and build this up by 3 like that. And then this goes all the way to the front, even on top of the redstone lamp. Just like that. It's almost complete here. Next, we're going to want to go ahead and build up as well, right next to this redstone lamp, all matching with the top there. And then next to that, we're going to want to go 1 down and across, like that. And once we have that in place, we can go ahead and add a couple more blocks in the bottom there. Above that is going to be glass. Don't necessarily have to use glass, but it's nice to be able to see inside to see what's going on. And then in the middle here, we're going to add our trapdoor. You want to probably place it on the back side there. So it flips down like that if you need to. All right, almost done. So last thing we're going to do is pillar up to the top. So let's do that. And then we're going to build an overhang out the front here. So want to add blocks all across the front, like so. Next, we're going to be adding dust to all of our stuff on top here. So let's start by the center, over the pistons, Right there, it should connect to that dust in the back. On the dispensers, we're going to connect that to a line in the front here. And then that's going to go like this. On that side, and then do the same on this side. Alright, perfect. Then, of course, we're going to want to isolate these from each other. So we're going to shift-click some blocks above each of those, and then we're going to build that all the way to the back. Alright, back 5. And last but not least, we're also going to want to cover this hole so that we're not falling in. And so we can build this out here. And we don't necessarily need this one in the back. All right, and then the last thing we need to do, hop on down, pop in our button, and we can remove our scaffolding. All right, and then all that's left to do now is we want to add in our buckets to the dispensers, which should have done that actually was at the top. So let's hop back up there and do that. So on this side of the target blocks is going to be the lava. So just put one bucket in each one of these. And then for the opposite side, of course, we're going to be doing the water buckets. There we go. All right, and that's it. That's the build. So what I like to do to remind myself, I'm going to use these signs to indicate which button or which lever does what. So this is the stone mode, and when I say stone, I mean the actual regular stone, not cobblestone. Then of course this is basalt on this side. So here's how it works. Both lights are off, then it is in cobblestone mode. And so what you'll do is wait for this to fill up, and you can go ahead and just hold your left click or left mouse button, and it will basically just mine up everything. Everything is going to be collected by the hopper mine cards, which are embedded within the soul soil. It's going to end up down in here. So we got cobblestone. And then you can actually switch this in real time without having to wait for this to go away. So for example, if I want to go into stone mode, I can just do that. And it hops right into that. The one thing you're not going to want to do is make sure that both basalt and stone mode are on, because that'll actually just block up everything in the lava. It's not going to get in there. So you're going to need to flip one of those off and flip one on. It's not going to really hurt anything, but you know, you do want to go ahead and not have those both on, otherwise it's just not going to do anything. And that's it. It's that easy. One precaution I would say is this button does turn it on and off. I wouldn't necessarily rapidly turn it on and off, because you may have a situation where lava is pouring out, especially if you've cleared this, pouring out onto the water side right here where the pistons are, and if you flip it on too fast, you may get some cobblestone down there, which then you'll obviously go in and clear it out. But other than that, it's really kind of hard to break. So that's it. You can get a beacon and go to town and get everything. Now I know what you're thinking. Why would I need a dedicated cobblestone mode when I can just use the, you know, fortune pickaxe on stuff? Listen, you know what? Sometimes we're lazy and we don't want to get our fortune pickaxe out when we have our silk touch pickaxe, and that's fine. Use the stone mode with your fortune pickaxe. You know what? You do you. So that's it. Why don't you go ahead and hit up that comment section with any questions or suggestions for future videos that you may have. Schematic will be linked in the description, as well as a full list of the blocks needed. So check out that if you want a schematic and don't want to follow step-by-step instructions, whatever's easiest for you. But that's it. So hope you enjoyed that tutorial. Hopefully we can get some more redstone tutorials soon. But until next time, have a great day.